Imagine a dry riverbed in Africa. The sun beats down on a group of baboons seeking water. Suddenly, one of the baboons slips. He tumbles down a steep embankment. The baboon is injured and trapped. A nearby herd of elephants observes the situation. One elephant, without hesitation, walks towards the baboon. The elephant carefully uses its trunk to lift the baboon to safety. This extraordinary act of compassion makes us wonder, do animals have a sense of morality? This story, witnessed by researchers, is not an isolated incident. Animals across the globe display behaviors that resemble human morality. From empathy to cooperation, the animal kingdom is full of examples that challenge our understanding of morality. It's time to explore these behaviors and ask ourselves, is morality a uniquely human trait, or is it something we share with other animals? Morality is often seen as a set of rules that guide human behavior. We distinguish between right and wrong, good and bad, but can we apply this human-centric view to animals? To answer this, we need a broader understanding of morality. At its core, morality is about considering the well-being of others. It's about empathy, fairness, and cooperation. When we look for these elements in the animal kingdom, we find striking similarities to our own moral codes. Animals show empathy when they console a distressed companion. They demonstrate fairness when they share food equally. And they exhibit cooperation when they work together for a common goal. These behaviors suggest that the seeds of morality might be present in the animal world, even if they manifest differently than in humans. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is considered a cornerstone of human morality. Remarkably, empathy is not confined to our own species. Dolphins, known for their intelligence and social complexity, have been observed rescuing injured companions and even humans in distress. They seem to understand the suffering of others and act to alleviate it. Even rats, often viewed as simple creatures, display empathy. In experiments, rats will free a trapped cagemate, even when offered a tempting chocolate reward. They prioritize the well-being of their companion over their own immediate gratification. These examples, spanning vastly different species, highlight the widespread presence of empathy in the animal kingdom. Fairness, the impartial and just treatment of others, is another key element of morality. Capuchin monkeys are particularly sensitive to unfairness. In experiments, they reject unequal rewards, even refusing to participate if they perceive an injustice. This suggests that they have a sense of what is fair and are willing to protest against unfair treatment. Cooperation, the act of working together towards a common goal, is also widespread in the animal world. Wolves, for example, rely on cooperation to hunt large prey. They coordinate their actions, taking on different roles to bring down their target. This coordinated effort requires trust, communication, and a shared understanding of fairness. The success of their hunt depends on each wolf playing its part. While examples of empathy, fairness, and cooperation in animals are compelling, some argue that these behaviors are not true morality, but rather evolutionary adaptations for survival. They argue that animals act in ways that ultimately benefit their own genes, even if it appears altruistic. For instance, meerkats taking turns as sentinels might appear selfless, but this behavior increases the survival of the group, which in turn benefits the sentinel's own genetic lineage. This debate between altruism and self-interest is complex and unresolved. It raises questions about the very nature of morality and whether it requires conscious intent or can arise from instinctual behavior. Conscious choice. Can animals distinguish right from wrong? One of the most challenging questions regarding animal morality is whether animals make conscious moral choices. Can they distinguish between right and wrong, or are their actions driven by instinct and learned behavior? While we cannot ask animals about their moral reasoning, their actions offer tantalizing clues. Some studies suggest that primates, particularly great apes, possess a rudimentary sense of fairness and can even anticipate the consequences of their actions. They seem to understand that certain behaviors are more likely to lead to positive outcomes for themselves and others. While this does not necessarily prove conscious moral judgment, it suggests a level of cognitive complexity that allows for moral-like behavior. The mirror of morality. Reflecting on humans and animals, the study of animal morality holds a mirror up to our own species. It forces us to confront the possibility that morality is not a uniquely human trait, but rather a continuum that exists across the animal kingdom. Perhaps our own sense of morality is rooted in the same evolutionary pressures that shape the social behaviors of other animals. By studying animal morality, we can gain a deeper understanding of the origins of our own moral codes and challenge the anthropocentric view that places humans at the pinnacle of moral development. It encourages us to recognize the vast diversity of life on Earth and the unique ways in which different species navigate the complexities of social living. The evidence suggests that animals from elephants to rats exhibit behaviors that resemble human morality. They demonstrate empathy, fairness, and cooperation, often in ways that mirror our own moral codes. While the debate about altruism versus self-interest continues, the compelling examples of animal behavior force us to reconsider our place in the natural world. We can no longer claim morality as a uniquely human domain. Instead, we must acknowledge the possibility that morality, in its various forms, is woven into the fabric of the animal kingdom. This realization has profound implications for how we treat animals and interact with the natural world. The future of animal ethics, a call for understanding. Recognizing the moral capabilities of animals requires a shift in our ethical framework. We can no longer justify the exploitation and mistreatment of animals based on the assumption of human moral superiority. Instead, we must develop ethical guidelines that reflect our evolving understanding of animal cognition and behavior. This includes promoting animal welfare, protecting endangered species, and ensuring that our interactions with animals are based on respect and compassion. By embracing a more inclusive view of morality, we can create a more just and compassionate world for all living creatures. Bridging the gap, coexisting with moral creatures. The study of animal morality is an ongoing journey of discovery. As we delve deeper into the minds of other animals, we uncover surprising complexities and challenge our own assumptions about the nature of morality. This journey requires open-mindedness, curiosity, and a willingness to see the world through the eyes of other species. Ultimately, understanding animal morality is not just about them, it's also about us. It's about recognizing our interconnectedness with all living creatures and embracing a more compassionate and ethical approach to our shared existence on this planet.